Hello, welcome to the Southern New Hampshire University Alumni Awards ceremony for 2020. Like so many traditions, this annual program is being presented a little differently this year. My name is John Rastino, or as I am better known to the New Hampshire College and Southern New Hampshire University community, J.R. Rastino. I am a very proud Penman alumnus of the class of 1982. It is my honor and privilege to present this year's awards in my role as president of the SNHU Alumni Board of Directors. We are here on the River Road campus in Manchester, New Hampshire, outside of Alumni Hall in the Gustafson Center and in the Deborah L. Coffin Women's Center for the presentation of this year's awards. Every year, the Alumni Association recognizes alumni and/or members of the Southern New Hampshire University community for their contributions and achievements. A special thanks goes out this year to the members of the SNHU Media Services team for their help in creating this video for you. Our first award is the Young Alumni Award, which was established in 2000. It was designed to recognize younger alumni who graduated not more than 5 years ago and have demonstrated leadership and support to the Alumni Association and Southern New Hampshire University. The 2020 Young Alumni Award recipient is Danielle Dalton, undergraduate alumna from the class of 2012 and graduate degree alumna in 2016 and 2018. Danielle is currently a Global Campus Center Career Team member. Danielle is someone who is willing to help the university whenever asked, even when she is not sure of what she is getting herself into. Danielle was sought out to lead the very first Global Days of Service project in Oakland, California, where she was living at the time. Of course, Danielle said yes, and 5 years later, she remains one of our most engaged Global Days of Service site leaders. Danielle has led 1 or 2 projects every April for us, both in California and since moving back to New Hampshire. Not only is Danielle a fantastic Global Days of Service site leader, she is passionate about sharing Global Days of Service with others. Danielle helped to create the Global Days of Service webinar series to train and inspire others in giving back. Initially, a few site leaders were asked to share their experience, tips, and strategies for success. Danielle helped build the first webinar, which is still used as a model for others today. Danielle has a passion for SNHU and our Global Days of Service. She has inspired her colleagues from the online career team to become Global Days of Service site leaders. And as a result, 5 new projects in 2019 and 9 new projects in 2020 can be directly linked to Danielle's efforts. Danielle served as co-chair for a service-focused subcommittee of the Engagement Squad, which is a global campus group of SNHU employees. Global Days of Service is not the only way in which Danielle has supported the SNHU alumni community. She has assisted with regional programs by scouting event locations in California, participated in young alumni focus groups to help with the formation of that group, and worked with the Alumni Engagement Office to engage alumni in her SNHU 404 classes to help give students access to alumni and their stories. Danielle has 2 degrees and a certificate from SNHU. She spends her work days helping SNHU students reach their dreams through internships and career programs, and always says yes to helping build the broader Southern New Hampshire University community. She embodies the term Penman Pride. Her willingness to amplify the university messages and help build university programs has already made a tremendous impact on Southern New Hampshire University. Her fellow alumni, colleagues, and students in just a very short amount of time.
Danielle led our Global Days of Service projects every year since we conceived of them. She's trained other volunteer site coordinators to increase the reach and the participation in Global Days of Service. She's very involved not only in the SNHU community, but in our local community, and that's really important to us. She's indefatigable. She helps with our regional events. She participates in alumni focus groups. And she also works for us. So she's an employee, a staff member here, and also does some teaching. So, I mean, Danielle does everything. On a personal note, Danielle first came across my radar screen when she was an undergrad, when the psych department talked about this extraordinary young woman. And, there was a time when they were looking to create a role for her and give some assistance, and asked if I would meet with her, and I did. And I knew the minute I met Danielle that she is in fact special. So it just brings me great delight. She went on to become a presidential ambassador, get to know Danielle. I am, if not the president, certainly in the executive team of her fan club. So congratulations, Danielle. We're very proud to have you as our Young Alumni Award recipient for 2020.
Please join me and the Southern New Hampshire University Alumni Board of Directors in congratulating this year's Young Alumni Award recipient, Danielle Dalton.
Being a part of SNHU's community since 2008 has profoundly changed my life. I have met inspirational faculty, leaders, peers, and made lifelong friends. I've grown professionally and personally, but more than anything, I've learned how to contribute to a greater good and become a global citizen making a positive impact. As a young alumni, I recognize that I have the privilege of time, and I look to use this time to give back to the community in many different ways. Global Days of Service, student affairs contributions, working alongside the Alumni Office on their initiatives, and generally staying up to date with current SNHU events. I love being a part of this community. I feel inspired everywhere I look, and there are so many ways to get involved as a young alumni. Some ideas that come to mind would be connecting with the career department and offering to host a mock interview for students or just to be a resource. Offer to join or host a webinar with a faculty member that you might have had at SNHU. Provide information to the university about a job or internship that your company is hiring for. Or just start by accessing the alumni website and checking out all of the great offerings that they're sharing. We all have gifts. I encourage everyone to check out what meaningful ways they can share their gifts with the SNHU community. Thank you, Alumni Board of Directors and SNHU, for the nomination and awarding of this honor. It is great that you recognize young alumni in this way, and I look forward to continuing to contribute positively to this organization in many exciting ways to come and meeting many of you along the way. Thank you.
Our next award is the Distinguished Service Award, and it can be given to an alumnus, alumna, faculty, staff, or friend of the university for leadership, dedication, and loyal service to the university and its objectives. The alumnus or alumna must have graduated 6 or more years ago to be considered for this award. This year, we are pleased to honor Dr. Jeff Penta, who received his undergraduate degree from Southern New Hampshire University in 2005 and graduate degrees in 2008 and 2011. Just last month, Jeff stepped off of the alumni board where he enjoyed many years of service and contributed greatly to the board's evolution. We are here in front of Alumni Hall, which Jeff assisted in creating and making a reality. As Jeff's nominees writes, Jeff Penta is P.D. Penman. As an alumnus, Jeff has always put the active in the term active alumni. Jeff served as president of the SNHU Alumni Board, as well as numerous terms on the alumni board itself. He has been a mentor and a guide to numerous alumni who serve or have served on the alumni board. Jeff's love of higher education brought him from the classroom to the office, back to the classroom, and then to the front of the classroom. Wherever Jeff has been situated, his passion for SNHU has been apparent. I graduated a good number of years prior to Jeff and did not know him at all as a student. Whenever I visited campus when Jeff was a student, and then after when Jeff had graduated, there he was, supporting, welcoming, and promoting everything SNHU. Although I did not know who he was, I knew he was a proud SNHU alumnus and that he was working hard to build a better and stronger SNHU alumni community. As I have sat through alumni board meetings with Jeff, I have come to appreciate the depths of his knowledge and caring for our alma mater. I am pretty sure that there has not been an alumni committee which Jeff has not served on or advised or mentored in the past 15 years. I am pretty sure that Jeff bleeds blue and gold. This award was designed for alumni like Jeff, proud, supportive, and active. Jeff makes me Penman proud.
Jeff has served on the Alumni Board of Directors. He's been president for multiple terms. He is a pay-it-forward guy. He mentors fellow alumni. He volunteers in the classroom. He's at events all the time. He's a past recipient of the Young Alumni Awards, so he was almost sort of predestined that he would win the Distinguished Service Award at some point. And, you know, on a personal note, Jeff preceded me, and I've been here 17 years. And he's always been part of the institution that I've known. And I can't think of SNHU without a Jeff Penta. So it gives me really a great deal of pleasure. Jeff is just one of those most solid of individuals who has the values and the mores and the sort of ethos of this place deep in his heart. So Jeff, congratulations. I can't think of anyone more deserving. It's a great pleasure to announce you for this award.
Please help me and the SNHU alumni community in thanking Jeff Penta for his distinguished service to the Southern New Hampshire University community.
Since the fall of 2001, SNHU has been a significant part of my growth in my life. Like many, my worldview changed on September 11th of that year. Sitting in Dr. Doug Blaze's freshman experience class, my class learned of the attacks of that day. Class was canceled. We went on to watch the enduring news coverage. We all remember the images from that day. What I was particularly drawn to were the helpers. As Fred Rogers states, look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping. In that moment of complete chaos and confusion, on that sunny and crisp early fall day, finding the helpers inspired me to always find ways to serve. I've been fortunate to be that helper in many capacities within the SNHU community and in that community, and took the responsibility as a great honor and privilege. I'd like to take a moment to share with you some of the things I've learned along the way. 1, be an engaged citizen, inspired by purpose, passion, and people. Have beliefs that are grounded in empathy and purpose. Be inspired by leaders, not by fear, but by purpose and drive. Work on teams that share this passion and commitment. Resemble the best qualities of those you hold in the highest regard. Be your authentic self. I was fortunate to be alongside some great mentors and colleagues possessing the necessary grit, the determination, and authenticity to tackle wicked problems head on. We helped each other succeed. We faced large obstacles. We never lost sight of what is important. We never let egos get in the way. Find your tribe and thrive. The responsibility of a leader is to serve. Nothing more, nothing less. Leverage experiences and talents to help others. Be kind. Be kind to everyone. The world requires kindness. Strive to be a mentor. Strive to have your good work inspire others to build on your foundation. Accept change, embrace it, and work to ensure successful, positive outcomes. Measure your success by the commitment of others after you've left. Have the courage to tackle uncomfortable situations. Do what is right. A measure of your success is not what you've done, but the strength of the organization and the commitment of the members after you've left. I am proud of the growth that has happened with the organizations that I've served after I've left. Know your role, do your job, align your experience, reach higher, and trust your team. Wicked systemic problems are never solved by one program, one initiative, one person, or one group. These problems require grit, persistence, passion, and drive. We all have unique talents in the world. The world has many issues. Our challenges is finding ways to align our preparation to face these challenges. Truth be told, not one person can solve a problem. Problems are too complex and require insight and action from a diverse team of teams. Recognize how your experience aids in tackling these wicked problems. When you find that balance, the problem becomes clearer and your role becomes purposeful. Strive for that. When we had the idea to establish the Alumni Leadership Scholarship Fund, there was not a doubt in my mind that the alumni community would rally, raise the funds necessary to endow the scholarship, and award our first recipients that following spring. We challenged ourselves and we trusted the community to rise up. Keep moving forward. Take responsibilities for your actions at all times. You will make mistakes. Some might call your mistakes stupid. They might lead to consequences. People might be hurt by your mistakes. Take responsibility. Apologize. Recognize why you made them. Seek help if needed. And grow. Mistakes define us if we let them. I've made mistakes, big ones I've regretted. I've learned from them. I apologize for them. I've grown from them. From mistakes come purpose. Mistakes make you better. They don't derail, they build. Fight for the voice of the unknown and those getting to the starting line. The voice of the unknown has the most to add, but isn't on the platform to provide it. Provide that platform. Listen intently. Understand their challenges. Understand your own bias. Understand that your worldview and experiences differ than others. Accept your worldview for not being the best, for not being the worst, but being yours. Understand that not everyone starts at the same starting line. Some are so far behind they never get to that starting line. They are not wrong. They are not different. They are not lazy. They are working with what the world has provided. For those of us at the starting line or far ahead of it, recognize this. Understand it. Don't criticize. Don't demean. Be better. Build better. While we all strive to be the helper, I would not be able to do what I do without the untiring support of my wife, Christine, and my daughters, Emma and Haley. As a mentor once told me, if you only see your kids 10 minutes a day, make sure that is the best 10 minutes of their day. This is something I continue to strive to achieve. 20 years after that transformative moment during Dr. Blaze's class, our global community is facing challenges of paramount proportions. It is easy to fall into the trap of would have, should have, could have. During these trying times, helpers emerge. Society rebuilds, change happens. Though we are separated by distance of others, our SNHU experience has prepared us well. We need to dig deep to find how we can contribute to be a bettering society. Take that first step and be that helper. I am so honored by this recognition and motivated to continue to move forward with the lessons gained from the past 20 years. I challenge you all to do the same. Go all in with that responsibility. Have humility, take the chances, develop the plan, and act. Thank you, Southern New Hampshire University's Alumni Association, its board of directors, the Office of Alumni Engagement, for this awesome opportunity to grow, to develop, and to lead. I hope that my impact can inspire others to do more than I could ever dream of doing. Thank you.
The next portion of our presentation will soon take us to the Deborah L. Coffin Women's Center, named for our next recipient. Our final award is our Hall of Fame Award. This award was created in 1991 to recognize an alumnus or alumna who graduated 10 or more years ago and has made outstanding contributions to his or her profession, community, and to Southern New Hampshire University. This year's recipient is Deborah L. Coffin, who received her MS in Human Services in 1985. Deb Coffin has been a successful entrepreneur and an advocate and leader in many organizations, both educational and community-based, over her lifetime. In 2014, she decided to invest in a women's center at SNHU as a result of her passion for the cause, as well as her drive to action over talk. Her degree through Global Campus equipped her with the foundational skills that she needed to lead a full life committed to her passions, continuing the proud traditions of local craftsmen, sustaining the New Hampshire environment, and empowering women to develop into leaders. The Deborah L. Coffin Women's Center has become a vital hub within the SNHU community for students, faculty, staff, and alumni in creating a space for active dialogue, learning and challenging around gender equity, and building more inclusive communities. Deb has continued to be connected to their work as well as fund the Elizabeth Doral Coffin Scholarship to support women students in the aviation program as homage to her grandmother, who herself was a pilot and served as a role model for what is possible for women to aspire to become. Her investment in her work, community, and her passions make her an exceptional recipient for this year's Hall of Fame Award at Southern New Hampshire University.
So, Deborah is really one of my favorite people associated with SNHU. She's the founder and the patron of the Women's Center, the Deborah L. Coffin Women's Center, which has really become a vital hub. There is an energy and buzz when you go by or go through the center. It's a hub for our community, bringing together students, faculty, staff, alumni, and outside visitors, and really creating a space for active dialogue, for learning, for challenging around gender equity, and also building more inclusive communities. Deborah, when we proposed this to Deborah, she got it right away. I mean, she is a powerhouse. She is a leader. She is a role model. She went on to also found the Elizabeth Dorr Coffin Scholarship to support women students in the aviation program at SNHU. And this was a kind of lovely homage to her grandmother, who herself was a pilot and served as a role model for, what was for many women for a very long time an almost impossible dream. And now we don't even blink when we see women walking down the jetway into the cockpit of a commercial airliner. I actually take more comfort in when I see that my pilot is a woman. And Deborah, part of the job of any university president is to interact with donors and supporters. And that takes many forms. And it's always a gift when I get a chance to work with a supporter and a donor like Deborah, because she gets it. She's down to earth. Her driver is a belief in students and a belief in their potential and her desire to unlock that potential and to create opportunity. And I look forward every time that I get to interact with Deborah, and it just brings me endless delight to announce her as this year's Alumni Hall of Fame Award winner. Thank you, Deborah, for all you do on behalf of the whole SNHU community, but especially on behalf of the women of SNHU. Thank you.
The Alumni Association is proud to honor Deborah Coffin as this year's Hall of Fame Award recipient.
I am truly honored and humbled by this recognition. My experience here at Southern New Hampshire University afforded me the opportunity to define who I was going to be. And my goal and my job was to help people and to make a difference for others. Southern New Hampshire University did it for me. And it was not hard to think about giving back and saying thank you. I didn't have a voice as a kid, and I got one here. And for that, I am truly grateful. I really want students to have their own voice, to help others find theirs, as well as develop their own. And I think that's happening. My experience here was wonderful, and I'm happy to have had it and happy to provide opportunities so that others can have theirs. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.